That shit happens all the time. 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 That shit happens all the time.
All the damn time, yo, these chums love to fake, acting like a thug cause they just rapped Kia Gate. Don't you hate when people perpetrate? Gotta regulate and put some students back up in the place. Cause Lady D's raising the stakes, raising the race. Try all you want, but better believe you ain't keeping to my pace. Erase these perpetrators thinking they can rap a bit. Just quit, cause y'all ain't even close to equip. My crew take a whiff, can't you smell it? We the shit. Hold it down, bring it down. Manny fresh in my bonnet. Man, we coming, got you running, living high life while you slumming. Man, you think you got me gunning, but you ain't got nothing. So what? You wrote a track, so you think you the Mac. But step back and I'll show you how a rapper act. But kill that chit chat and retract those raps. Cause to be honest, ain't nobody got time for that.
That shit happens all the time. 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 That shit happens all the time.
If you didn't know, yeah, they call me Lady D. I lay it on the track and I'm the best you ever seen. Please don't confuse me with the sorry MCs. I'm so beyond the rhymes and the wannabe techniques. These pipsqueaks can't compete with me. I'm so beyond their ability, so I don't give a fuck if you ain't feeling me. It's a possibility. Every lyric that I spit is too legit, cause I'm just way too quick. The way I get it every time I spit it, every time I hit it, man, my lyrical academic shine. Every time I'm in it, no quit it, my rhymes so lyrically inclined to bust a cap over your lyrical behind. So step back, rewind, don't jump up in these lines. I'll beat you to the lyrics and I'll beat you to the deadline. I'll kill any track while I'm sipping on my wine. So leave it to the pros, cause you ain't about that life.
That shit happens all the time. 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 That shit happens all the time.
It's Nick Hutch on the ones and twos, and Manny fresh being clutch. Guess we won, you lose. It's about time that I return and use. I heard some tech law rhymes and they just lit my fuse. So I'm going in to show you how to come correct. Blow some life into the beat and show you how to show respect. And better yet, since you like the internet, I'ma throw it up Twitter style and hit nothing but net. Got that hashtag swag, hashtag cash in a bag, hashtag bashing on fags that can't rap cause they just gag, hashtag in a trash bag. Let's step it up and be real. This language is like a game, but I train for it like a seal. No pain is what I can feel when haters serve up my meal. I feed off criticism and gain as they nearly squeal. I'm Bane for the above and Bruce Wayne cause I still love the gimmicks that fucking lay my brain spits what it's thinking of. And since I'm in a given mood, I'll give you the recipe. Mix up these individuals, what you will get is me. Kobe's will to succeed, K-Dot's will to MC, the Masons' will to be friendly and donate to charity. Add Mexican culture, a double dose of the law. The result, which isn't finished, is sure to leave you in awe. Comparatively speaking, I'm a notch above the others. Break some scotch, gotta watch and got you creeping to your mothers. They're stuck on lower levels as I'm passing right along. It's like chasing down your devils, trying to see what's right from wrong. Let's skip level 3 and elevate to number 4. It's sick with the lyrics coughing up the metaphors, the tricks to flow slower like an automatic door. And if they're rich, then like bitches, they'll be coming back for more. Flip the switch, step your vocab up and leave it on the floor. Give them tips, share some knowledge with the young and with the poor. If what you need is beats, then go to New Orleans for show. But if you looking for dope beats, you go see CFMO.
That shit happens all the time. 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 That shit happens all the time.